My name is Lilian Nkwenge, and I work as Principal Public Relations Officer at Uganda National Meteorological Authority, UNMA.
Yes, why are we here and what transpired?
We are here for the last 2 days. We had a media training in which we were training the media in eastern Uganda, 12 districts, in the dissemination of weather and climate information.
How helpful is it to the media and society?
I think it is very helpful to the media in that they will learn, the media has learned actually how to communicate weather and climate information, the importance of weather and climate information to the public, especially the farmers. And this information is also very, very important to the farmers and all sectors actually, because they get to know what the weather is, especially the season, so that they can plan on their different activities. If they are farmers, they plan on how to prepare their gardens and when to plant. And if they are traders and other people, they also plan basing on what kind of information, weather information they have got.
Besides, before this training, what are some of the challenges you as UNMA you've been facing with the media?
The challenge we've been facing with the media, of course, is that when a person is not trained, weather and climate or meteorology is a science, and basically it is a science that is really conk, I would say. So when someone is not trained in the meteorological terms, in how UNMA comes up with forecasts, it may be a bit difficult for someone to communicate and to the communities properly. But now that the media has learned the processes, has learned the jargon of these issues of saying above normal rains, below normal rains, so I think now it will be better communicated.
In the last 30 years, how has our environment changed those 60 years ago? And comparing the situation now and what would be the cause?
I wouldn't say over the years, but what I will know is that, of course, there are so many changes. And that one is based basically on climate change. We have seen a lot of things changing. We have seen rains coming in the dry season when they are not supposed to come. We've seen the rainy seasons becoming dry at one point, and that is because of so many things changing in our environment, especially the climate change, and also the way the humans have used our environment. That one cries out a lot, especially in areas where trees have been cut completely. You find those places not getting any more rain, yet they used to get a lot of rain. So, and also the changing systems in science and especially the atmosphere. Sometimes we get a lot of issues from other places. Like the other time you heard of cyclone Idai, which was in the Indian Ocean. It almost consumed all the rains that were supposed to have in the East African region and put it down to the southern region, South African region. And here we lost the rains, and there they had a lot of floods and a lot of death. So those changes are there, and they are natural, I think, and that's what people should know.
How would you describe the situation in the country right now? Do we have a relatively good environment? Is it too late to change if it's bad, and what are your recommendations?
Uganda has a very good climate. We have very good weather across the whole country, and the only thing we would say is that if people could continue and plant trees, the degradation and going into swamps, making sure that they do not disturb or distort the swamps, continue planting, greening everywhere. I'm very sure that we can somehow change our environment in Uganda to make sure that we go back to that weather that used to be so rainy and very good, without farmers crying over that dryness.
Is there anything we have asked you that you would like to pass on, or if there is any question from both of you?
Maybe today we are winding up with our training.
The train was attended by 26 journalists from the different districts here in eastern Uganda, 12 districts actually, and I think that is a very good representation of the media in the eastern Uganda, and for us as UNMA, we are very happy because we know now we have ambassadors in almost 12 media houses, and that is a very good thing for us.
Do you have to have more engagements of that kind?
Yes, we are planning to have a lot of engagements We also want to keep on training the media, because this one, 2 days is not sufficient enough for someone to know the details of what happens. So we plan to have more trainings. We also have to plan to have some media tours, so that the media here can go and see some of our installations. You'll be surprised that a person in Kumi doesn't know that we have a station, for instance, in Soroti. We have a whole aerodrome, and we have a very big station there, where we even give information to the pilots and the pilot school. So we need to do the media to come and visit some of these stations and see where we get the data that we analyze and make into forecasts. Because we have networks across the country, and this is where we get data all the time to put in one basket, and then we come out with the forecasts. We have a new radar in Lira. We wanted the media to see. It's a very big establishment. Government has spent almost 12 billion on it, and it is going to help a lot in increasing the accuracy of our forecasts in this region.